And we're back. I probably should have made a coffee before this, but I didn't think about that. I'll make a coffee later. Welcome back, everybody. All right, for those of you that are tuning in, this is now part something, part 9. Part 9, I think, of all the ones that we've done so far. I think that's right. If not, the video description will tell the right thing, but we're here. It's late, but I still want to do some more art stuff because I know I'm not going to be doing it tomorrow because I believe we'll be streaming Pokemon. But I've been on an art kick and I want to get more of this done while I can. And since all of it's been on stream so far, it'd be rude to stop it. But also to what Kaiser said, yeah, that dragon's been there this whole time. He's frozen and petrified, but he's up there. He's chilling in the background. I still gotta eventually add trees and stuff like that too, to this thing. But that's okay. I'll get to that eventually. Oh, that's not that background. Where are you? What are you then? Are you this? You're that. Okay. You're this one. Alright, I see you. Let's get that frozen kind of lake thing going on. You're gonna need to be higher than that though. Alright. Hoy. I drank a little bit of coffee, but I didn't drink too much because I didn't want to be too wired. Because I think I'll work on this for like about maybe 2 hours, something like that. We'll see. At least an hour. Guaranteed at least an hour. I didn't bring you guys back only to work for it like no time at all. But yeah, we're back. We're back in there. Let's see where we can go with this. See how far we can get. Alright. Gotta get those bits and bobs that did not get picked up by the expand tool. Huh. Alright. A little bit of there. A little bit of that. Nice. Main thing is getting some of these things isolated too. Most of the background stuff's not going to be super important, but it's still important to kind of get that isolated. I guess I should do the dragon. Huh. It's probably important to get the dragon at some point. I kind of want to work on this guy though a little bit too. Let's see. What'd you guys have for a snack? I had mangoes and blueberries. That was my main snack, at least. A little bit of popcorn. Delicious. Alright, let's pick this out. Let's start adding some more to this. A little bit there. A little bit there. And a little there. Cool. And the dragon. Let's turn off the shadow so I can see that. Fit that snow in. There we go. Ooh, Cookie Crisps. Ah, Cookie Crisps. Love Cookie Crisps. Thank you for sending at least one Corgo made it into the jar. So that's something. Let's see. Let's grab a couple of these. No? Oh. Oh, I guess that would be open-faced. Let's grab my one brush so I can go ahead and isolate that stuff off. There we go. Nice. Now that stuff is isolated. Good. I can grab this, grab that. Cool. That's mostly rock too. So let's grab this. Oop. Nice. Select inverse. And grab that. And isolate a little bit more of this because there's a couple little fluffy parts that weren't being taken care of. That's its hind leg, so I'm going to do that. Back one. That's better. There we go. Whoop. Cut that out. Cut that out. And cut that. Nice. Cool. Take that out too. Eventually I'll add in those trees, but we definitely won't be getting to that tonight. That'll take way too long. Dragon, on the other hand, he's definitely going to get taken care of. It's mostly a frozen dragon. I'm going to go with him being like a kind of purplish dragon. That'll make him stand out a little bit, but not make it too obvious. Not that. This. There we go. Oop. And do that. Nice. There we go. I'm going to do a little airbrushing in a second to kind of bring some of that out. It's kind of frozen too. Huh. Go ahead and switch. Maybe a little bit of this. Oop. A little bit of icy on the tips. There we go. Let's make the inner wings a different color too. Yeah, that looks nice. Lower that just a little bit. Don't want it to be too over the top. For the mane, let's go ahead and make it kind of a darker blue around there. And isolate a little bit of that. Grab this stuff too. let's redo that. Nope. Oh, it's because it's locked. That's why. Grab that. Grab this. There we go. Darker color for that too. Nice. And eventually that'll have like a blue layer that goes over it. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's better. Huh. XP cutscene roulette also means I should free up a little bit, out a bit more. Nice. 77 on Ninja. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, Valentara. Good level to aim for. Now for its underbelly. Nope. Oh, that's all kinds of wrong. Let's grab the inverse of that, and I'll go ahead and make this a separate layer. Oh, need to make that a brush. That's better. Oop. Grab that. Cut that out. Cut that out. And cut that out. That's better. Alright. Go in here. And grab that. Nice. Get that purple dragon going in there. Gonna need to take this, make that back leg a little darker. Just to keep on pushing it into the background. I think I'm gonna give the tail a little bit of that too. There we go. Alright, let's join you with the rest of the rocks. I could actually probably just make them frozen. Maybe make this ice. That might be a better idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make those ice rocks. How much Draggy Boy that is frozen and chained? How mad he is? Pretty mad. I'd say sufficiently mad. And I'll add more chains in the final stages and stuff like that. when we're adding in the trees and stuff like that. That's where I'll add those kind of like extra elements to it. But I would say that he's pretty pissed. He's probably not too happy about his situation. I think I can merge those together. Yeah, that's fine. Shadow, soft light. Take that off right now. Alright. Rocks. Rocks. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of variation to you guys. Nice. I think I want to make this part red actually, and kind of do that with like the rest of like that Dalamud stuff. Oh, not that. That's better. Nice. Cool. Alright. Combine that. Take that off. Okay, let's get that tree. It's gonna be kind of something like around there in terms of green. Oop. Huh. Looking forward to the Pokemon stream tomorrow. Need to tame some of the Pokemon. You do gotta get Mike in there. Pretty sure we're doing it tomorrow. We'll see how Chris is feeling. I think he'll be up for it though. I didn't plan on streaming this much this week, but it's been worth it. Start getting a groove with this. I find it hard to stop once I get a groove on a piece. Especially with a long piece, and I saw how long when this first started. I wanted to make sure that it got done in a more timely manner. I think that's good for that tree for now. Alright, what else needs flats? Let's do the giant. Let me find some reference for that guy. Well, I have streamed 3 days in a row, so it'll also just depend on like, I'll have to ask him about bandwidth and stuff like that. I assume we'll be fine to do a stream, but I have streamed a lot more this week than normal. No unlimited. I don't know how it works. I'll have to talk to him about that stuff. Let's see. Where is the giant reference? There's the giant. Where's the artwork though of the giant? There we go. Magitech Colossus. Okay. Mostly black with a little bit of gold highlights. Red eyes. Okay, cool. It shouldn't be a problem, but something we'll discuss later. I don't foresee it being a big deal though. Otherwise, you probably would have said something when I started streaming again today. Alright. Shadows make it look like that. Alright, let's do the gold first. Let's get all that gold and stuff right off the bat. That's probably the best thing to do first. Take care of all that stuff. Run the horns. Do a little bit there. Some of it's going to be made up, because not all of it's going to be 100% accurate. But that's okay. It's all in the spirit. Kind of get a Gundam vibe when I'm doing this guy. Especially with that gold kind of crown-like shape. Wonder if that was one of the designer's inspirations. Subliminally, if not on purpose. Unlimited bandwidth does sound nice. I guess only Canada just got offered unlimited bandwidth options because the government's cracking down on telecoms. I just need to become a Canadian citizen. You just gotta move 10 more minutes to Canada. Then it'd be cold all the time, though. There'd be snow. Maybe not. But I wish America would harpen down on some of the bandwidth people that provide here, like Comcast. That'd be nice. Keep on working all this stuff in. Get all that shiny, shiny gold. Some ways he's not too bad in terms of designing, though I know he has a little bit of a tinge of blue in his design, so I'll have to get some of that in there at some point. Oh, really? Most of that is gold? Interesting. I guess that whole spire is technically gold. Huh. I made it more elemental. 10 more minutes, eh. If you want 100% accurate in-game. Nah, I got some in-game shots from before. I got a good one right here. But honestly, I think I'm going to change it because I like it better the other way. I like it my way better. Mine's a bit more like the Magitechs of old, where they felt a little bit more organic, a little bit like Amano's art style. So, I'm okay with it being a little bit different. I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to get the spirit of it. I want someone to be able to look and be like, oh, that's obviously Magitech. If they're like, it's off, then I don't care. I like artistic interpretation. Nice. There we go. Go ahead and keep working on that. Start bringing it around. Not that big. Oh. There we go. Nice. Huh. Yeah, that looks fine. Should probably have like a gold trim around here too. little bit of gold stuff around its chest too. Alright. That in over there, and give a little bit of gold trim right there too. Needs a little bit more gold underneath too. For messing up rotation with a bunny on their head, yeah. The bunny's pretty great. It's pretty adorable too. Where else? Not its knee pads. Well, maybe its knees. Okay, it has a little bit of a gold belt kind of vibe going on. That'll work. Yeah. I'll find a way to separate the muscles too by adding some definition of like different shades, similar to what I did with Azale's black armor. And that'll kind of bring out a lot of that difference. Okay. More gold over here. Sword is mostly silver. Seems like. Little gold on that. Little gold on his wrists. You'd probably see that on this end a little bit. Probably need to add some more inks on this side then, for that stuff that wraps around. And there would be one like right around his wrist. Yeah. That'll work. Okay. Back to the gold. I guess I can probably just grab both these parts. Yeah, that should work. Chill out with there. Nice. You know, I want to get in his eyes. So let's go ahead and grab in some of that red. Oof, too long of a message. Whoa. Hey, Corgi's in the jar. I have non-snack. I want Cookie Crisps. Oh wow, it deleted like a bunch of Alantara's things. 54 messages were deleted by the moderator. That's weird as hell. I wonder why I did that. It deletes all of them? Wow. That's funky. That's funny that it deletes all your previous messages too. It's an odd thing. Oh, that's too far. But this should allow me to get some of this stuff. There we go. I'll lower that a little bit too. Actually, no, I'm going to want to keep it at that, and I'll just adjust it by making it lighter here. That's the smarter way of going about it. Let's do +4. Okay. And then let's pick a darker version of that. Which that commissions wise you would save on some time because Brute Justice is so big he covers the background. Would using his wing form be easier or harder because the wings could really take up a lot of the estate? Yeah, wings are easy because once you draw one wing, you can honestly just duplicate it and flip it over the other side. With the way I'm going to be doing the illustration, it won't make too much of a difference. Because the way I'm thinking of it in my head is it's going to be very asymmetrical for Brute Justice. So when I draw it, a lot of it will be able to be flipped. So that'll help with some of it. And that'll make a difference. But Brute Justice won't be the hard part, just because, you know, Brute Justice takes up so much of the screen that it'll end up being, you know, there's most of the background will be like, not fuzzy, but it's not going to be room for a lot of detail in there, and that portion of it, it'll be mostly probably sky and stuff like that, or, you know, whatever that arena that Brute Justice is in, I can't remember. It's been a while. Late o'clock illustration time. I'm gonna need to change this image adjustment. Yeah. Oh. Honestly, I think I might make those gold too. Or I guess I could add a little bit of silver in there. Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Grab this, that, this. Grab that. But I'm excited to do yours too, Valentar. That'll be fun. I've already got an image of what I want to do for that illustration in my head. And I'll send you a prelim sketch before. It'll be super rough, but just enough to give you an idea of what it's going to be before I put it on. Before it goes on stream and stuff. Because I'm going to need to sketch that one out on my own time. Off stream. Just to really nail that one down. I wonder if these ones will look good silvered. No. But... Huh. No, yeah, I saw it. I saw it this morning. I just didn't get a chance to respond. But yeah, I read it this morning. And no worries. Doesn't have to be immediate. I will hold the spot open. You're good. I need time in between anyways after I finish this anyways. Because I have other things I gotta take care of. I got a commission for a tattoo I gotta take care of anyways. Which, that's not gonna be streamed. That's just something I gotta do. And I'll be doing that later this week. Change this. Get this vicious bad boy in there. Nice. Yeah, I like that better. That is better. Oh yeah. Get that sword. Let's get you all silvered up, buddy. Let's show you some stuff. I've done tattoos every now and then. I do like the look of the Magitech in this game too, the organic metal mishmash. It's really well done. Yeah, I don't do physical tattoos. I just do the artwork that they give to a tattoo artist. I know some tattoo artists, but no, I don't do tattoos. If I did, I could scare the crap out of Chris all the time because I could just bring my needles from work to home. But no. I don't do any actual tattooing. I know a few tattooists, but yeah, that's not my bag. As I get older, though, the more I have thought about actually getting a tattoo, but too expensive for me to actually want to pull the trigger. It's worth the money. Like, they deserve to be paid everything they're paid. But just in terms of my financial situation, it's just like, nah. People that I'd want to hire to give me a tattoo, I'd be out a lot of money. That one's not separated, is it? Oh, it actually is. That's actually kind of convenient. Alright. Cool. Chris does not like needles. Nope. Chris hates needles. Hates them. But yet he has tattoos. It's different for him for some reason. He has a couple tattoos. No, the one that I illustrated for him that's on the channel of his avatar is apparently technically wrong. It's on the other leg. But yeah, he has a couple tattoos. I think he's talked about them a couple times on stream. There we go. That's better. He's looking like a real fierce boy now. Where's the gold on here? Gold. Yeah, after tonight, probably won't be able to work on this again until about probably Wednesday. Gotta record some stuff on Tuesday and Monday. Which is fine. We've gotten a lot of work done over these last 3 days for this piece. That's coming together real well too. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Delete. Control Z. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that like that. Alright. I think I need one layer of darker gold. Like a little bit of bronze going in there. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of chat. Yeah, he has a 13 on his wrist. He has a phoenix on his leg. I think that's it. He has the 13 on his wrist. He has the phoenix on his back leg. I think he has one more tattoo. But it's not visible to me, or I'm forgetting it. Mike doesn't even have any tattoos. I know what I'd get if I got a tattoo. But there's only one tattooist I would want to do it, and she lives in LA. And it'd probably take me a couple $1,000s. And she has a wait list, but she's one of my favorite artists. Her name is Natalie. She does a lot of tattoos, and her art style is fucking dynamic. I love her shit. So if I was to get a tattoo, I'd probably want to get it done by her. She's the only one that I like their style enough that I'd be like, I trust her to do something. Because otherwise I'd want to design it myself. But I know her work is so good in terms of how she tattoos stuff. Like, I'd have complete 100% confidence in her doing something stunning. Mostly because I'm another artist, you know. I'm more picky about that stuff. If you have a tiger and a hawk, my two favorite animals. There's more significance to it behind that. But I really like those two animals. And then I'd base it on... Then I'd probably have the Roman numeral 12 or 11 on it, underneath it. That would be ideally what I would do. But yeah, something like that. Like the hawk and the tiger kind of working together. Kind of like entangled, almost like a yin and a yang type symbol illustration. I wish I could remember Natalie's last name right now, but I can't. But if you just do Natalie Tattoo Artist and just type in tigers or something like that, you'd probably find a bunch of her work. There's a lot of good like tattoo artists, like I think her name's Teresa Flower. Can't remember. Follow her on Instagram. She has killer work too. But that's the thing too, like if I was to get a tattoo done by someone, because I'm such an artist, I'd want a specific artist to do it that I know has the quality of work that I'll love for years. So I'd have to pay premium for it, as I should. As one should. But I know that would cost me a couple $1,000 to do it, probably, or a couple $100. And I'd have to be in that area in LA to get it. So it's a little out of my... I'm a little out of my range right now, and I'm not in any rush. I could just see myself one day getting one. Maybe a little bit of brush too. No, because I don't like that. Maybe just one. No. Nope. Yeah, it makes sense that I have a gold handle. Why not? Ew. No, grab that. And then let's put a little bit of a fresh red. Yeah. That's looking good. It's looking pretty good. What's it look like with the shadow on there? Yeah. Okay. Gonna need some like ice and stuff like that. And this stuff will still be adjusted because there's gonna be other layers and stuff like that. This is like still a minor step in between. It's gonna be in the snow though. So let's go ahead and I need to turn that off. But these layers are good, so let's combine that. Let's duplicate that. This whole thing is going to have a brushed metal look to it, so I don't really actually need to separate the gold like I would normally. Just because the whole thing is going to be that. So I guess I can do one there. Oh, forgot to do that. That's okay. Gonna need to keep this on the lighter end, but I want the brush metal to have a little bit of a blue tinge to it. Just because it's gonna be out in the ice, in the snow, and the sleet. So, get a little bit of that. Don't want to use too dark a color though, because if I use too dark a color, it'd be too much. So, lower that a little bit more. Just enough for that. Let's bring another one. This will be my higher layer. What brush shape do I want to use? Not that. That. Actually, this is probably the one. Get a little bit of that going on in there. I'll need some high contrast ones of white in there too. And toggle it between that X. I just want one that's a little bit more speckled. It's too much. Let's see. Can I just click this maybe? I can, but I need to make it smaller. A lot of effect layers. That's what tends to make my file sizes so big. But it makes a difference because when you toggle that off, like, it adds way more depth to it. Nice. Also want to get in his eyes while we're at it. That's too much. Oh, that needs to be cleaned up first. There we go. Okay. Let's duplicate that. Turn this to vivid light, filter, blur, Gaussian, or Gaussian. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's look at these settings. Kind of like that. Filter, blur. I need to change that brush to something better. That's better. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's a problem. Filter, blur, Gaussian. Let's do it a little bit less. Yeah. And then add a little bit, nope. Need a soft brush. What filter do I want? Let's try that. All right. Not a soft brush. Definitely want a little bit harder brush for that. Just a little bit of like plops of snow. By his feet. A little bit of kind of windy stuff by him just to show that he's has some momentum. Looks like he's rushing it, kicking up some dust. And some of it's going to need to be adjusted, and some of it's going to change because stuff's going to be more in the background, especially once I toggle on that behind layer. But yeah, that's closer to like that. Sorry, am I switching it around too much? Sorry you're getting a headache. Was it toggling the layers too much? Is that what was causing it? Well, we're not going to be going too much longer just because it's starting to get late. Like, I could keep working on this. But this is like an example of what it's looking like more to the full. The giant is basically kind of there. And there'll be stuff behind him and stuff like that that's going to separate him. We'll probably get one more character done. And then we'll call it good in like a half an hour or something like that. Do I want to do the background ones? That sucks. I have family members that get that too. It sucks because, like you said, there's really no way you can prevent it too. It just happens. Okay. Giant's looking good. Yeah, this is coming along. This is coming along super nice. Yeah, I just gotta do one of the Garleans. That's really all there is to it. A lot of black and gold going on. Then again, a lot of this is gonna get separated by other stuff. Screepy still watches. That sucks, I'm sorry. Screepy still watches Eternal Perch in the Sky. I can't leave Screepy out of this. He's gotta be vigilant. He's gotta watch us. He's what's keeping me awake. He's like, you better damn finish a lot of this piece, you son of a bitch. Otherwise, we could be in bed. Yeah. This is fucking baller. I'm loving this. His expression looks so good now. Hell yeah. This is going to be a masterpiece when it's done. Until the next one. Alright, Garlean Soldier number 1. I guess I should just get you over with. You're all clad in black. So let's pull this. And let's go ahead and start grabbing some of your parts and isolating them. I wonder... Yeah, let's do it that way. I'm saying stuff, but I'm not sure if it makes any sense. I talk to myself a lot when I'm doing art. And now that I have an audience, I sometimes forget. It's like, oh right, I should give I should tell you what I mean by that'll work. And that's more so what I meant, is it just grabbing certain parts to kind of isolate them, especially when it's black. It does feel like it helps to do like different shades, especially since I don't have a very painterly style. It helps to kind of isolate those, because once you turn on the shadows and stuff, that'll make a huge difference. But I'm going to need to add gold highlights. And for the Garlean soldiers, it's mostly silver and reds, though. It seems like. Well, the problem is, these smaller ones actually have more detail. So in some ways, they're kind of harder. In a weird way, they're actually more difficult. But I am kind of picking this one in front. It is kind of harder in some ways because it forces me not to ignore parts of it. But what I was trying to think through in my head was, what did I want to tackle first in terms of like isolating the design and color patches and color theories for these characters. So yeah, in some ways, yeah, I'm picking the more difficult thing to do first, but in some ways I'm picking the easiest because I don't see his front, so there's less detail. But I still got to do like all these little random parts. I gotta turn that off. I tend to like to pick the hardest things first. It's why I did Azael, but it's also why I left Azael unattended for so long and why he took so long to get to. Mostly because he's the whole point of this piece. The enemies and stuff like that can be, could have discrepancies and minor things that may not look 100% perfect in my eye, but when it comes to the main character and the main thing that a person wants in the illustration, that's where I really want to give my very best. Not that I don't give my best for the rest of the piece, but it deserves the utmost attention to detail. I need to pick the right brush. Where are you? That's the brush I want. If that makes sense. I treat every illustration like that because, if someone's willing to pay me for art, I want them to leave with something that they're proud of and something that they like. Doesn't matter how small the commission. Doesn't matter how big the commission. I try and treat all of them with the same amount of follow through. I think I need to turn on smoothing for this though. Well, also the Garleans have that little patch of cloth on them, and there's a design on there, so I'm gonna have to design that shit, and part of me doesn't want to do that right now. So at least by doing this back end, I don't have to do their feather flappy thing in the front. I did a good job too of isolating a lot of these parts, so that makes some of this a little bit easier. I didn't isolate that well enough though. So let's take care of that issue, because I need their pants portion to be, this will be the darker parts of it. You know what? Take that off. I want those to be separate. I want these parts, though, yeah, to be the darker parts. Alright. And just slightly darker. There we go. Which is in line with how their designs go. Their belts seem to have a little bit of silver and a little bit of black going on. So let's make this portion silvered with the rest of it. I love the Garlean designs too. I can't just wait to see what the art team does with the next expansion, because we better be going to Garlemald. That's all I gotta say. 6 years in waiting. God, I was so young when this game first came out. Now that I think about it, can't believe it's been as long as it has. It's been 3 years since I stopped raiding. Told that to my brother the other day and he was dumbfounded. He's like, oh shit, it has been that long. Crazy how time flies. Started playing this game, I wasn't even an educator. I was just still traipsing along for my whole weight loss journey, before a lot of things. I'm really grateful to this game though. It taught me a lot of lessons about life. Made a lot of good friends through it. Oh, gotta take that smoothing down. I'll always be grateful to MMOs. They got a lot of flack back in the day when we were younger, but you can make some of the best friends, some of the truest people too, in friendships through MMOs and whatnot, in my opinion. It's funny how much the opinion on making online friends has changed over the last 10 years compared to what it used to be when I was a kid. does feel like it's more commonplace now than it ever has been. Though I'm sure it still has some of its detractors. Still expecting an island shore expansion. Charlian, Thavnir, and the Northwest Shores. I think that'll be the expansion after. I definitely want to see Thavnir. I definitely would like to go to Charlian. The Charlian Island. And if Charlian was part of the expansion, I'd be fucking down for that. That'd be great. Yeah, unfortunately there always will be. And you know, that doesn't mean don't go out and meet people in real life too. But I've had friends, like, I've been friends with someone that I started playing 11 with and have been friends with since, God. Oh, I started playing 11 in like 2003. And I've been friends with her since up till now, and she's one of my oldest friends. And like we play 14 together, stay in contact. She got married, she has 2 kids now. I'm a teacher, like, it's crazy. I've been friends through it all. Hell, one of the main reasons why me and Chris are such good friends is because all the time we played Final Fantasy XI together when we were kids. Which is such a weird statement to say, when we were kids. What a novel idea to think that I'm an adult. Still a weird concept. Though I don't think anyone ever really sees themselves as an adult. No matter how old they get, there's probably always some part of you that always kind of relents. Like, no, the adult is the person that is clearly older than me. That's always like 10, 15 years, 20 years older than me. I guess not until like you're the 90-year-old or you're the 80-year-old, you're like, oh shit, there's like no one ahead of me now. Fuck. Kirk Douglas isn't even around anymore. Damn it. I'm not the whippersnapper anymore. I feel we just need some more. Oh yeah, no. I think, but the Charlians are, they're very bipartisan. I do think we need more support. But remember, well, Blue hasn't got up to that point, but I think there's things in it that will, yeah, allow us to get more allies. I think a lot of the expansion will be infiltration, but ninja style infiltration and stuff like that. No, I definitely would like to see some of those areas get expanded upon too. I think that'd be cool, and I would like to see that as well. It'll probably be something similar to how they handled Stormblood to a certain degree. You know, we're like, we get majority of Ilsabard, but some of it will be like, oh, you explore parts of Ilsabard through dungeons and stuff like that. And the open areas will be interesting how they handle that. You know, they could have Charlian as like one of the town hubs, and like you can teleport there, kind of similar to the port town in Othard, where like you don't really explore that area too much. Like, there's some dungeons there and whatnot, but that could easily be like a port town. That could be like a town that, because that island's not supposed to be that big, so they could make that the Ildeshire of the game, or the Yulemoor, and I think that would be rad. Thavnir, I believe, will be saved for future expansions, because you see the consulate in Stormblood. But remember, we also have the Ivalice Alliance as well, so that's another factor in terms of like backup, and we're going to be dealing with Bozaj Citadel and the people of the Hrothgarian people. So we'll be building allies throughout this as well. So that'll be a whole nother set of allies for the fight against Garlemald as well. But yeah, I'm excited. The story keeps getting better and better over time. Ooh, that might needs to be... Yeah, this will need to be dark. Let's do that. Nice. Am I missing anything? That's a little bit there. Oh. That's too zoomed in. Huh. Yeah. The less you understand, you'll retain. Less spoilers. Yeah. I mean, I'm speaking in kind of rhymes and sense, because I do want to keep it unspoilery, for people that understand the plot and will watch these VODs and understand that kind of stuff. They'll be able to pick it up. People that know the story will understand what I'm saying, like Valentara. But it's segmented enough that other people, if you haven't, it won't make much sense. I know these guys have like designs on it. I'm literally just gonna make it up. I honestly don't know how any other way to deal with this stuff. Like, even with like good screenshots of them in game, it's way too pixelated even when you close up. So like, I'm just gonna make it fancy. Yeah, like that. Oh, do they have a silver rim around their thing? Yeah, the Garlean crest, but I don't know where they keep that on their model, honestly. I have a screenshot of them that's really good and high quality. Yeah, because even like on this, for like their armors, for the most part, like, you don't really see too much. Did you pack your fancy armor with you, sweetie? Yes, he did. Like, there's so many bits and bobs. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a silver rim. Their armor is very ornate. There we go. Yeah. I believe they have a little bit on their arms. Mostly, yep, thanks to the screenshot that you gave me. They kind of have one on the back of their neck, but this one's covered because of the design that I did. That's okay. Alright. Yeah, they got some ornate stuff on their buttocks. Okay. Just kind of keep that and throw that in there. And get that in there. And I'll have to lower some of this down. And when I say lower it, I mean change a little bit of the silver look. I'm gonna make it to a grayer one. But I can't lower its opacity because it would probably clash with what's underneath. I think that's a good level of fancy. Yeah, that's the level of silver I want. Yeah, cool. Alright, now for their gunblade. Oh, it's not you. Wait, what? Pun von Valentara. Yeah, I don't think they have it for that one, but there are some of them that do have the Garlean symbol on it. I just know they're very much based on that kind of ornate design work. And, you know, when you're doing 3D models, they have the luxury of, like, well, when they craft one gauntlet, they could just duplicate it and pop it over on the other side. Or when they make a pattern design, they can replace it and redo it multiple times. It's a little bit harder when you're doing a 2D illustration of it. My technical skills aren't quite up to that level, unfortunately, but I'm okay with that too. Let's see. There might need to be more silver for here, just to make it pop a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Let's get that blade in. They have kind of a silver gun blade. Oop. Let's give it a red handle, just to bring that color back in. But let's change it to be a little bit darker. Give it a little bit of gold on this. Similar color to around that. Change this. Add a little bit of brush to it. Oh. Nice. Okay. Yeah. That it really does take a huge change when it starts getting to the colors. And I just have the confidence that I know it'll eventually get to this kind of stage. But for people that But for people that are like, you know, not me, obviously, and haven't seen this full process before, because I don't think it's ever been fully recorded, not in this kind of fashion, in this long format. It can kind of look like, how is it going to eventually get to that point? But this is literally just how it's done. Slowly done. My intention wasn't for this piece to take this long, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. Ended up digging the concept so much that I just wanted to take it to that higher level, and I'm still in love with this concept. I think this concept's a lot of fun. I haven't drawn anything 14 wise in a long time, so it's a treat to kind of do this kind of illustration. Last time I drew something was I drew for my whole FC. I did every member that had been in my static while I was the leader for 3 years before I became a teacher and stuff like that. Well, a little bit after I became a teacher. That was a lot of fun. Kind of as like a parting gift. I mean, I still play the game, but that's just a way to commemorate our time together. Yeah. Come on back here. And don't combine that, because I honestly think I'm going to do erase little bits of you just to make you feel like you're being part of the armor. So luckily I have a duplicate layer, just enough to show a little bit of wear. That's good. And I think for these I still want to make those a little bit darker. But I'm going to lower that opacity. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Cool. And this... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. If I was in school now, they would call me a tryhard. A title I would proudly wear. I just know that by taking the time to take these up to that extra level, not only will it make the client happy, it's going to up my art as well. It's going to make me a better artist. And that's the goal with every single piece, is to find a way to continue to elevate myself and bring it up just ever so slightly to that next level. Mine that. Nice. Let's duplicate this. And then start erasing a bunch of it. Cool. Cool. And as much as I want to keep going tonight, we will be wrapping up soon. Just because it's getting closer to 10 o'clock. Still going to go for a little bit longer. But we're reaching the end for tonight. We'll be back again next week, though. Still gotta finish this old bugger. Alright, let's duplicate. Get this shape in here. I need to do some layer of snow effects again. Oh. I can't do it that way though. A little bit of there. Erase some of it. Some of this technique too I'm just figuring out also. I don't really know entirely. I know what I'm doing, but only to a degree. Just 10 minutes longer. Something like that, yeah. I want to make sure that this is a nice, good, long pod. But, I know that I need to get some sleep. I also just know that there's a lot more to this piece to do. Like, even though we're getting close, like, there's still all the special effects. There's still, like, a lot of lighting and stuff. So probably about still 2 more episodes or something like that. 2-3 more episodes, however much it takes. It's definitely getting towards the end. Don't get me wrong. But it still has its... It's still definitely going to have a few more things that are going to need to be balanced. Balancing is a endeavor almost all on its own. Bit of soft light there. Let's bring you back behind this. Yeah, that's better. Oi. Oh. long time worker, so late nights of art aren't out of my wheelhouse. But that said, there is a level of, you know, idiocy with me that if I go too long, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this so I have this outside. This will be just something so I can grab. Oh, separate these colors here so I can grab them for the others. Let's go ahead and take this and the baddies. Oop. Which one of you is not getting colored? What the hoo-ha? Oh, there you are. There you go. It's like, what the heck? There we go. Scree! Colors for jumps. I don't want to be color I liked it being red. There'll be red in there. There'll definitely be some red in there when we're all done. There'll be snow flying. There'll be parts of them flying. There'll be rocks flying. There'll be wind past his dumb head. Lots of effects going around Azale. Alright. I don't think I want to do any more tonight. I do, but I'm also getting sleepy. Let's call that good. There's a lot to do. We made a lot of progress tonight, though. A lot of flats, a lot of characters. Let the inner release begin. Thank you so much for everybody who watched this video. Thank you so much for everybody who is attending this. It was a small group tonight, but it was a very welcome company. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Blue Lip. Thank you, Valentara. It was fun working on this. We should be back Wednesday working on this again. And I aim to have this done by the end of this week. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you have a good week or a good night or a good day. I will see you all later. Beep, bop, and boop.